back. Well, just rounding up after 3 p.m., 40 points down on the Nifty. Let's find out what's been buzzing in dealing rooms today. We have Nimesh joining in with exactly that on D Street Chatter. Nimesh, a bit disappointing, I guess, the way the market sold off in the second half today.
Oh yes, sir, clearly disappointing. And the fact is that what led the rally yesterday, the Bank Nifty, that's been a big underperformer in today's trade. And a lot of the PSU stocks, which have seen a lot of momentum of late, they are seeing a bit of reversal today. So to that extent, yes, it's definitely a bit of a disappointment in today's market. But the big headline for today is clearly the large block deals which got executed. So the institutional data for today will be very interesting to watch out for. Remember, it looked like a very large number because of these 4 large blocks. But in many cases, the sellers are not from the part of institution. So the one-side number may look very large in today's trade. I guess the sector of the day is clearly the mid-cap IT names. What we saw in Coforge, I think that had a bit of a rub-off on the other IT stock, mid-cap IT names as well. And we're seeing a bit of momentum in the mid-cap IT today. But the other interesting aspect that I've picked up, and that's been visible in many stocks as well, that a lot of investors are now chasing the breakout stocks. And that's not only one particular sector. Across sector, when you're seeing a large breakout, you're seeing a lot of chase in that particular stock. So both ways to read this, whether people are now finding it very difficult for newer ideas. But largely today's disappointment is coming from the banks, and within that it's the PSU banks which have seen a bit of a reversal today.
In fact, mid-cap IT could also be higher because of the kind of results that we've seen from NVIDIA, and there's general hope that, because most of these companies also have incubated some sort of a generative AI, arm within themselves or some segment, and there could be that rub-off impact that we're seeing on IT, and it's happening across the world. But Nimesh, getting back to stocks, what's on your radar?
Well, in terms of individual names, the first stock is very interesting, which is Universal Autofoundry. Even I had not heard of this name before. Big mover in that stock. The stock is locked at 20% upper circuit. It's a very small company, just a 235 crore market cap company. I believe there was a block of close to 20 lakh shares, which is equivalent to nearly 15-16% of the company's equity. And I understand a marquee HNI investor is a buyer in today's block deal. So, and after that, we've seen a stock locked at up to 20% upper circuit. So maybe the disclosures could be quite interesting in this particular name today. So that's the first one. The second stock is Zomato. Staying with the theme of large blocks, you can see a large block in Zomato very soon. Again, one of the large investor will be a seller in this particular block. But again, the feedback is that there is a very strong demand. So looks like that can happen very soon as far as Zomato is concerned. The third stock is Indiabulls housing. Again, after a very long time, looks like some bit of interest is back from the larger institutions. In fact, there were indication of block bids in Indiabulls housing from the larger FIs today. Remember, the stock is still in the FNO ban, so it can only happen in the cash market. And the last stock is electronics Mart. For the second day running, huge volumes on that stock. That stock is buzzing again in today's trade. For the second day running, there are very strong buy flows from larger FIs. So some bit of institutional interest is back in that particular stock, and hence a big move for the last couple of days.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Getting back to